So we continue to work on our evaluation process. It is far from perfect.
What do you think of this
What we
document?
didn't want was what I experienced when I was a director at Commerce One, a very well-developed list that you could go through and easily check things off. And there were two different kinds of people on my team. Those who could check every box, who got a promotion or got a big raise, who didn't actually contribute because they were too busy filling out little check boxes all year long. And those people who were incredibly effective if we needed boxes moved, if the client needed to do something backwards. And then only a week before the review, they're like, oh yeah, I gotta go get out that list because I've been too busy actually adding value to the organization to go through the list. And then I had to do backflips to make sure they got raises. So we're trying to actually reconcile and make those two fit. The other interesting thing is that most people in a technical field, they like to measure the things that you do, the skills that you apply, the knowledge that you have. In my world, it only matters how much of that knowledge and skill you can apply together with other people in an effective manner. That requires that icky, awful, squishy, squashy soft skills. Because quite frankly, if I get a team of 4 geniuses or incredibly talented, really smart programmers together, I spend all my time chasing them back and forth about the fights that they have with each other, and they're not actually focused on actually achieving anything because they're all optimizing their piece so that they're ingenious. They're not actually producing something the outside world needs. We actually find that if we actually seek out people with higher emotional quotient, and it's valuable to have above average IQ or, quite frankly, above average grit and actually willingness to work and learn and slog through stuff, their ability to collaborate and learn from each other and actually solve problems by cheating on the test, by actually asking each other for answers, is incredibly high. It's one of the reasons they all sit together. So if you don't know something, you simply turn to the other seat around and you say, hey, what's the answer to number 12? Or in this case, how do we actually do this thing in the tool? And somebody just gives you the answer. It's funny if I ask students in computer science about this pairing thing, they're like, oh, that seems kind of creepy. Well, what if you got the pair on your next exam? Well, it depends on who I'm pairing with. Well, what if you could not only, I'll assign a pair, but then you could sit next to any other pair you want, you could overhear them. Right? Because in business, it's not the individual's answers, it's how we collectively work with somebody. Right? And so we're looking for an outcome together, and so we strongly evaluate how have you made your partners look good.
Hey, I have misplaced my iPhone. I did. Probably on vibrate, so that wasn't helpful. Obviously, it's the one that has a little Menlo Innovations logo on the back, so you'll recognize it. It's iPhone 5. I know I had it this morning. Can't remember if I brought it back from the coffee shop.